Hello and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, and cosmic energy reader. And I'm here to help you not just live your best life, but be your best version of yourself. And also, reminder, I'm a mom and a wife too. So I really can get into this whole process of the total person. I'd like to take a moment to give a real big shout out to my advertising sponsors that actually do help to make my show exist week after week after week. So to start off with, let's talk about Sherry Simpson. She is our intuitive business guide. She helps other women better their business so they can be the best version of themselves. And then we have Susan Joy Mitchell. She is an nurse, author, and also Reiki practitioner. She currently has two amazing books out. One has been out for quite some time, which is called Visions, and her newest book, which is Lucky Starfish, which is now available. They're both available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. So feel free to go and check out both of her books, Visions and Lucky the Starfish. I think it's called Lucky Starfish. I want to make sure that's correct. And then our newest sponsor advertiser for this week, for next couple of weeks for that matter, is Gail Nicholson. She's a resilience coach and metaphysical practitioner who helps veterans and survivors of other adverse experiences remove drama and also past trauma and live happier and successful lives. You can actually reach her at 623-336-8202 for more information. Now, with that all being said, I'd like to take a moment to help you get grounded. And I think grounded is a real essential word for today and for the last 3 weeks and ongoing for that matter. And for some of you who may not know what grounding actually means, grounding means that you connect yourself with the earth, with Mother Earth, so you are not in a space of spinning out of control. And how do you get grounded? A very simple way is just placing your feet on the floor and getting in alignment with Mother Earth. And I always say the best way to ground yourself is just visualizing a beautiful white light that travels all the way up into heaven, feeling that white light zooming down from your crown, the top of your head, and just allow that white light to drop all the way down to your feet. So it's going to interconnect with all your chakras. And then as that white light drops down to your feet, it breaks through the foundation and drops down into the earth, helping you to really connect with Mother Earth. And when you can feel that energy within you, then you begin to get grounded. And I also like to add a little extra something to that by saying, I am grounded. So hopefully you had an opportunity to do that. As I'm about ready to provide you some insight, intuition, and inspiration with my chakra balance numerology cosmic energy forecast deck here. So whatever card shows up, it's going to provide you a chakra to help you get aligned, a affirmation, and also a number. And I always like to say numbers have power. And in numerology, every number has a specific vibration and frequency, and every number has a hidden message. So let's see what we have in store for today. So let's see. Energetically, what do we need to hear? What chakra do we need to focus on? Where is our energy going? Interesting. And understand that the cards can show up one of two ways. The cards can show up upright, which means the message is facing downward and I can read it directly, or the card as it is today is showing up in reverse. Now, a reverse card means two things. The first meaning is that the message is very important for every one of us to hear, and not just hear, but take in. The second meaning is that we're resisting it. So we're having a little resistance. And it makes sense because our message, for today is all about financial abundance. So how many of you can really relate out there to having some resistance about financial abundance? You're not feeling as though you're going to have financial abundance. You're not trusting it. You're worrying about it. You're doubting it. Well, our card here is letting you know that it's time to let go of the resistance behind the financial abundance. Because I'm a true believer, and I like to invite you to become a true believer as well, that what you think is what you create. So if you're going to think that you are not receiving financial abundance, that's exactly what you're going to create. So I'm inviting you immediately to change that thought process of knowing that you are living in financial abundance. And to help to manifest that, the chakra in mind here is your third eye. The third eye allows you to go inward. So you have obviously the two physical eyes on your face that allows you to see out. In this particular situation, visualize closing the eyes on your face so you can't see you're no longer able to see outward. And now the third eye, which allows you to go inward within, that's actually helping you to see inward. And that gives you the capability of visualizing financial abundance. And the more you practice using your third eye, the more accurate and easier it will be for you to be able to close your eyes on your face, and then your third eye opens so you can see within. And I'm not 100% sure if our third eye stays open when our eyes on our face are open. So that's something I got to research for you. Anyway, so our number here, the vibration and frequency of this card is 1 and 7. The 1 is all about the leadership. Every one of us are needing to step into our leadership role. Every one of us are being forced to come out from behind the scenes and be seen in regards to maybe it's time to step into your purpose and have your purpose be your way of making money. And that 1 energy is also about a new beginning. So we are all in the process of a new beginning. The 7 energy is magnificent because this is a time where we're being asked to sit quietly, to be still. And when we're still and quiet, it gives us an opportunity to meditate, to allow us to go on a deeper level, connecting with our higher self and our higher power. So meditation and even prayer for that matter is that 7 energy. And many of us are doing that without even realizing that we're doing it, where we're sitting quietly and sitting still. And I invite you to continue to do that and do that twice a day so you can stay grounded. The hidden message and hidden frequency here is 8, which again brings you right into abundance, brings you in harmony, balance, and infinity. So this is a powerful card. And it's a truthful card where all of us are living in financial abundance. All of us has the ability to create financial abundance. We just all have to get in the habit of using our third eye that goes within, that allows us to see inward and not be so worried about what's going on in the outside world. And when we alleviate the outside world, we allow ourselves to really create the financial abundance that we so deserve. And knowing that, yes, harmony, balance, infinity, and abundance is definitely in every one of our paths, especially now. I'm hoping that this card resonated with you. And should it have resonated and you're interested in learning more about cards for yourself in reference to a personal message, maybe you have a question that you would like some guidance on, maybe you would like to really know where this whole journey right now is taking you, this is a great opportunity for you to take advantage of a cosmic energy soul reading. And for those of you who are viewing today's show, which is on April 5th, you will be able to redeem 10% off your reading. All you have to do is mention that you got the discount from this show today. And all you need to do is send me an email at healingwithin76@gmail.com to redeem that 10% off. And I'll be more than happy to scheduling a cosmic energy soul reading with you anytime in the course of April. This 10% special is valid through the end of April. So April 30th, I think there's 30 days in April. There might be even 31. Not even 100% sure on that. Whatever the case is, remember to redeem your 10% off for your reading. So with that being said, also, before we go to commercial break, I want to remind you that we are on Roku. We are on Roku. So you can catch this show and all my other shows on Roku on demand anytime you like. But I ask that you stay here today with me live. Remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. And I do look forward to reading the comments. I always come back and read the comments, and I respond to everybody that has responded to the comments. So I look forward to reading those. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and by then, hopefully my guest will be here. We'll be right back.
What makes an inspired woman? We are brilliant, funny, compassionate, generous, fearless, supportive, bold, outstanding leaders. and super influential. That's what makes us inspired women. Come join us.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in right now, remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. And just to retrack or track back to what we were just speaking about before in reference to the energy, the card that showed up, I'm glad I didn't shuffle again, was all about financial abundance and using your third eye to create the financial abundance into your life. Because I truly believe that what it is we say, we create. So if you're sitting there saying you don't have money, that's what you're going to create. So you have to redirect your thought process to I am living in abundance and use your third eye to create that. Use your third eye to be able to receive it because we can say it all we want, but if we're not in that vibration of receiving the financial abundance, we're not going to get it. So you really need to make sure you're feeling that you are receiving. So it's not just words. And your hidden number is all about the 8 energy. So with that being said, I like to take a moment at this time to introduce my amazing guest that is showing up today via Zoom. Her name is Kimberly Wiggens. Hello, Kimberly. How are you today? Can you hear me? Because I cannot hear you.
Hey, Joanne, there you
There
go.
we go. How are you, my love?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I am doing really well. Thank you so much for asking. And it is an honor to have you here today. I know you've had a really challenging couple of weeks where you were almost tempted to cancel this on me, and I'm so grateful that you didn't.
Yes, it's been challenging indeed, but I
Yes,
think we're all living in challenging times.
that is very true. That is so true. So I want to give you a big introduction. Let the viewers know who you are. And I think the best way to give you the big introduction is letting you introduce yourself. So tell the world what it is you do.
I am great to be here, Joanne. Thank you for having me. Um, I am an empowerment coach and a podcast strategist, and I really help women to really get their big message out there in the world in a big way. I feel as though we've been silenced in one form or another for so long that, I felt like it was my mission, because I was once silenced. I felt as though it was my mission to help women really hone in on their message and get it out there in a big way. So that's what the impact, my influence I'd like to bring to the world.
And from my point of view, I think you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you, Joanne.
Yes, I think you're doing an awesome job. I've had plenty of opportunities to listen to the many podcasts that you have had with the many women that you have had on and was very inspired. In fact, that's how we met.
Yes.
'Cause I believe I was on one of your podcasts as well. And it was really amazing. And it's a great platform for women to come on so they can share what they are doing. And I do believe more and more women need to, um, excuse me, need to own their empowerment.
Yes.
And also own their ability, their feminine energy of realizing that they are powerful and they have a voice and they have something to share.
Yes.
That's not just about having a voice. It's about what is it what are you expressing and how are you expressing it and how is that expression helping others to become inspired.
Yes.
So I think that's really important, really important. It's powerful as well. So, in regards to what you do, why is it essential for women to be empowered in their business?
Well, I think that we talk a lot about empowerment. And I think because we've talked about empowerment for so long, it's become this great big buzzword. And people have now began, especially women, have begun to glaze over that. And but I'm here to tell you, Joanne, that everything starts with your empowerment. You know,
Yes.
you can, as a woman, you can decide that you want to start a business. And that business, if you're not empowering yourself, that business will never really get off the ground.
Mm.
You'll see some successes, it will start, it will flounder, you will begin to back up and go forward and back up and but it will never really get anywhere without you first owning your own empowerment.
That makes sense because I would think too, if a woman is not stepping into the empowerment, into her own power for that matter, she's going to have a lot of backlash in reference to her self esteem, her
Yeah.
confidence, feeling like, well, is this the right time to do this? Or am I good enough? Why am I the person that should be bringing this message? So a lot of internal negative self talk.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that, we suffer with a lot is that self doubt and all that internal negative self talk. And what we don't realize, I believe, and this is something I fully believe, is that, all the things that happen in our life, we kind of internalize it and we never learn how to manage it. All those feelings that we have with things that have happened in our lives. We may have had bad situations and things that didn't go well in our lives. And instead of figuring out how to manage all of that, we just take it and we decide to stuff it down. We stuff it down inside and think that if we stuff it down, we're going to forget it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
How's that really working?
no. But what we don't realize, Joanne, I think is that when we're stuffing a lot of that down, all the negative, we're stuffing little bits and pieces of our own power down along with it.
Yes. Well, that would make sense because when you think about when you're stuffing, you don't really have the control and the understanding of, okay, well, I'm just going to stuff down this negative thought.
Yes.
Whatever's going on gets pushed down as well. So the good and the bad gets pushed down. And it's like you said, women, I don't really think understand that whole process. Mm-hmm. That when you push things on, either push things under or under the rug or whatever, it's like everything gets pushed under.
Yes, it does. And with it, all of our little bits and pieces, all of our brilliance, it gets chipped away. We chip away at it, and we're pushing down a little bit of brilliance every time. And it gets to the point where we begin to really doubt ourselves and feel not confident about even the smallest of things because we've gotten so used to stuffing things down and not dealing with them.
Exactly. And I would imagine, like right now, with what we're going through worldwide collectively, that there are a lot of women out there right now who are really second guessing themselves in reference to, like, they took this leap of faith to get into their business, and now look what's happening to their business.
Yes.
How is that going to, how is that going to define them once this is over? And depending on where their power is and their self-esteem and their confidence will determine where they're going to be when this shifts.
Absolutely. And I agree, Joanne, and that's why it's so important for us collectively. And we're just built that way, I believe, Joanne, where we are just concerned about these things so much more sometimes than men are.
I would think so, because again, I think a lot of it goes into the process of being caretakers, nurturers.
Yes. And
Yes.
so, because of that, it's important for women to stay connected to each other, for them to plug into shows like yours here on Strong Island TV so that they're able to so they can get, as we go, I describe it like a cup of water, you know? We go out into the world and so many things are weighing on us and we have so many decisions to make and so many things are happening around us that it begins to drain our cup. But when we
Yes.
come to places like your show and we tune into my podcast and other people's communities, then we are able to begin to fill our cup back up as it's being drained out. It's like
Exactly.
it's just as important to fill up, to find places where you can fill up every week as we're going through these types of things so that your cup can stay full.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because again, when we talk about the analogy of the cup, if one is not refilling the cup, they can't possibly work from an empty cup. And many people do. Many people try to work from an empty cup, and then they can't understand why is it they're not being filled, because their
Right.
cup is empty. They're now using their own energy to
Mm-hmm.
try to help others, and you can't use your own energy to help others. You really need what's inside that cup
Yes. Yes.
to do that process. Yes, yes. So before we move on to our next question, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But before we do, I'd like you to let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Yes, you can reach me at my website at inspiredwomenamazinglives.com, just like it sounds, inspiredwomenamazinglives.com, and also on Facebook at kimwigginscoaching.com.
Awesome, awesome. And there should be a flyer that shows that too, so the viewers can see that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to continue right on with the questions. So we'll be right back.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. As an intuitive business guide, I help female service-based business owners to grow their business using their intuition, helping you to release the blocks and limits preventing your growth and allowing you to get the aligned action steps to take to grow your business. You can reach me at Sherry at sherrysimpson.com, SHERRI at sherrysimpson, SIMPSON.com. I look forward to helping you grow your business soon. Namaste.
When you open yourself up to actual energy work, makes that recovery progress so much faster. That recovery is possible. You do not have to live as a victim until your last days. You have unbelievable strength, and I know that because you're still here. Do you want to create something completely unrecognizable with your life? I can show you how.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. And again, we are on Roku as well. So if you didn't catch last week's show, after today's show, you can go back and catch last week's show on Roku. And then, of course, you can watch on demand, since you're all at home, do a marathon of Joanne's Healing Within. Why not? Let's get back with Kimberly. So Kimberly, again, I'm really grateful to have you here and sharing what we're sharing already. So now, question that comes to mind is, what are the two things for women in business that will help them become better at what they're doing and become more empowered?
So the main two things that always come to mind for me is for women to show up consistently and to bring their boldness and share their voice. Just remember that you can be bold and to be able to share your voice. But first of all, you got to show up, because if you're not showing up consistently, people don't even know your business exists.
Yes. In fact, I had watched, I think, one of your Facebook Lives maybe about a month or two ago. And I think you were speaking about this. And like turned the light bulb on for me. Now, I myself, I do Facebook Lives. I try to do Facebook Lives at least 2 or 3 times a day, every day. And when I was listening to your live video, you were saying about showing up. And it does make sense, because if as a business person, no one knows what you're doing and you're only showing up once a week or once a month, who the hell is going to know what you're actually doing if you're not being visible?
Yes.
Now, I myself, and I want your advice on this. I myself believe that one should show up where they're showing up on live videos for one.
Yes.
And then maybe doing some posts for two.
Yes.
And something that I've just recently gotten into is like showing pictures of the stuff that you actually do. Yes. So what is your opinion of that?
I totally agree with all of that, Joanne. Absolutely. And, you know, your video lives so much longer than the post. So you definitely want to be on video. Mm-hmm. That's where everything is going. And of course, you do want to be able to post. And then absolutely sharing pictures. We have this thing where we really like to have this view into what other people are doing. And being able to share pictures of that is just so people are drawn to that, you know? And, you know, in everything that you're doing, Joanne, everything I'm doing, we're all focused on the same thing. Being able to build connections and grow an audience in a way where they begin to know you, they begin to love you, and they trust you.
Yes.
And so all of that helps. So yeah, you're right on point with all of that.
Yes. Now, do you ever get women to sit back and say to you that they feel like that's another part-time job? Because I mean, theoretically, I know for myself, when I'm doing a video or I'm doing pictures, now in order to do pictures, I have to actually take pictures. You know, so it can become time managing, you know, time consuming, not time managing, time consuming. So how does one actually work through that barrier where it's not so time consuming for them?
Well, I'll tell you what, and I love that question, Joanne, because like what you do with your TV show, what I do with my podcasting, I have found like that is like the holy grail of content. Because what I do, one of the things that I do is I look at my content for the week and I create the theme based on what my content for the week is. So let's say I'm interviewing Joanne on my podcast, and Joanne is going to talk about all things empowerment. Then my theme for the week is going to be about all things empowerment, because I'm going to release Joanne's podcast that week. I'm going to transcribe that podcast. I'm going to pull out snippets of it, and I'm going to repurpose that content. And that's how you get around the time management piece of it. Stop trying to create 20 pieces of content every week. Take one piece of content, chop it into 20 pieces, and repurpose it. That is the holy grail for me, Joanne.
And that makes a lot of sense. It really does, because again, you're focusing on what it is you're actually doing, and then you're just taking that one thing and just chopping it up to do different things.
Yes, and it works out.
Yes, that makes so much sense. I agree with that. Something I'm going to work on doing more often.
Yes, and you and Joanne, definitely, because you have got so much content. Every one of your shows is a rich source of content by itself that you could get, I would dare to say, at least 20 to 50 pieces of content to use around on your networks weekly.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. So, yes. So you're giving me more work to do, but that's okay. Well, it's all good.
Joanne, hopefully over time, when you get used to it, it will be less work instead of more.
Yes. Well, that's it too. It's a matter that when someone is just starting out doing what they're doing, everything seems like it's a lot of work.
Right.
But as you just said, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and it's not as much work.
Yes.
You know, it's like, for example, this past week I put together, I think 3 or 4 8 or 7 minute videos for certain programs that I'm offering remotely. Mm-hmm. And through that, based on the videos, I actually took snapshots of different poses that were in the video. So I didn't have a photographer take pictures. I used the actual video snapshot, and then I took those pictures to make pictures. So I took what I already did. So I didn't have to do double the work to have to say, okay, I now have to go and pose for these pictures.
That's right.
Yeah. So it made it easier.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Using content you already have.
Exactly. Now, in regards to the work that you do, is there a specific now how do I say this politically correct? I'm just going to say it. Is there a specific age group that you work with regarding women?
Really, my sweet spot, yes, there is, Joanne. My sweet spot with women are right around 40 to 60. It really is.
And any reason why? Why is that your sweet spot?
I feel as though when you are in that age range, you're coming into a different season in life. So you look at things in a different perspective, and you're really looking at your life in a different way. And so because of that, you are looking for deeper meaning in your life. You're looking for your passions. You know, your children are more than likely grown and they're gone, and you're just wanting to fill your cup now. Because
Yes.
we spend all of our time when we have kids pouring into them, but now we're just ready to pour into ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, interesting. So now, attached to that question is my next question. With what's going on in this world right now, do you have any type of special offerings for women who might want to connect with you in regards to where they're sitting at home and saying to themselves, okay, so when this is all over, they may not have their old job to go back to, and they may be in a process where they're trying to figure out what they're supposed to do. Is there something that you can do for them or help them with?
Absolutely. I have, first of all, one of the offers that I have for women who are now suddenly sitting at home, helping them try to work through, all right, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to create my own business. Where do I start?
That's a good question.
Yes.
That is a very good question. Yes.
So I have a program where I work with them on their own pace, trying to figure out where do I start. And I'm able to help them put all those pieces in place to get started. And it's all about their core message. That is the main thing we work on, because it all starts with your core message.
Yes. So one must know what their core message is. Now, do you help somebody develop that? Should they not know what their core message is?
Absolutely. There are 3 parts to that core message, Joanne. There is your core challenge or the problem that you're facing. What are you actually helping people to do? Then there's the core solution. It's what are you offering people that is unique, that will help them get through this challenge in the simplest, most direct way. And the third thing is the core result. What is that positive result that you're bringing about as because of the solution you're providing? So I help walk them through those 3 pieces to develop their core messaging, so that when they go out and they start talking, there's a lot of clarity and consistency there, and it's falling right on the right ears that need it.
Awesome. And I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of women who are going to be reaching out because of where we all are right now in this world, which I truly believe, although to say this on TV, I truly believe this particular situation that we are in is actually really a blessing for many people.
Yes.
It's really a blessing for many people in regards to so many people have really been stuck and not liking what they really do.
Yes.
And they were not willing to make the change on their own. So as I like to say and refer to, the universe decided to say, well, you weren't willing to do it by yourself, and I'm tired of hearing you complain about it. So now I'm going to push you out of where you are, which you don't like, and put you in a position where now you have to figure out what you're doing.
That's right.
Yes,
Joanne,
yes.
I so agree.
Yes. Again, we have to take another quick commercial break, but before we do, let the viewers know how they can reach you again.
Yes, you can reach me at inspiredwomenamazinglives.com and on Facebook at Kim Wiggens Coaching.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation, and Kimberly is going to share a tip with you. Hopefully she has a tip to share, and also I'm going to be giving Kimberly an inspirational reading. So we have a lot to cover. We'll be right back.
When you open yourself up to actual energy work, makes that recovery progress so much faster. That recovery is possible. You do not have to live as a victim until your last days. You have unbelievable strength, and I know that because you're still here. Do you want to create something completely unrecognizable with your life? I can show you how.
Do you struggle with anxiety, insomnia, or physical pain? Are you ready to release weight, gain confidence, and get stronger? Hello, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, and cosmic energy reader, creator of the Body and Soul Transformation Program designed with you in mind. To learn more and to redeem your discovery session, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Sessions are available via Zoom and on-site. I do look forward to helping you transform.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment, as I do look forward to reading your comments. And we are on Roku, so you can go and watch again over and over and over again. Have a marathon if you please. So, Kimberly, here we are again. Can you share one or two tips in regards to helping women immediately get themselves started on something right now?
Absolutely. So I'll tell you one of the biggest things that I feel as though women lack when they're moving from that working environment to maybe wanting to start even a side hustle, right? They lack the fact that without the job, you are a leader. You're a leader in your own life. And when you start your business, you're going to be a leader in your business. So one of the things that I would recommend that women do, especially if you're coming from a working environment, now all of a sudden you're at home, you're trying to figure this all out. What is it that I should do? One of the first things that I think you should do is take some type of personal assessment for yourself. And here's what that does. And there are different types of assessment, like strength assessments, personality assessments, etc. What that does for you is it helps you to figure out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You've been in this environment for so long where you've been an employee.
Yes.
And you're used to people telling you what to do, how to do it. But you don't really need that. What you really need is to know you so that you can be able to manage your life and your business in the right way. And there's a lot of, like I said, strength assessments so you know what you're really good at. And what we don't realize is we are good at a lot of things. And we don't even think about it simply because we're so used to being in the job situation. And over there, they try to tell you you're only good at one thing, and
Yes.
that's not true. You're good at so many different things. So these strengths assessments, they help you to figure that out. Personality assessments, they kind of help you figure out how you operate, how you tick, how you build relationship with other people, how other people tick, so you can build better relationships. So I think that is the number one place you can start at. They're fun. You learn so much about yourself. It's a good place to get to know you.
Yes, I think that's awesome. I also think too it gives people an opportunity to actually pen to paper to figure out the hours they actually want to work. You know,
Oh,
you're always hearing women, not just women, but men too. But because our topic right now is on women, you're always hearing women complaining about their 9 to 5 job. Oh, they have to work all day. Well, this is a perfect opportunity that if you do not want to work a 9 to 5, what do you want to work? Do you want to be able to get up at 10 in the morning and start working at noon? Then
yeah,
create it.
yeah.
Create.
And thinking about that, Joanne, that's another good one. Just pull out a piece of paper and write it out. Talk about what that dream day looks like for you. Write out what that dream day looks. I want to get up at this time. I want to do this when I get up. I want to do this in the middle of the day. I want to do this in the evening. I only want to work this man. Write out what the perfect, if you could just wave that magic wand, write it out.
Yes, yes. And it's so interesting that you use the word magic wand because it's something that I think this past week, I took a class last week for the last 6 weeks, and the woman had us all working with a magic wand. And I've always believed for myself that I've always had a magic wand, that, you know, all I have to do is like really swing it around and make magic happen. And I do believe that we do have that ability to use a magic wand. And with where we are right now in this world, with everything that's going on, I don't believe women understand that, hey, you know what? This is your opportunity to really recreate the life you really want.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And Joanne, when you talk about the magic wand, right? I just really want to impress this upon your audience is that Joanne is not really joking there.
No.
Yeah, we have the power, you know, we have the power to manifest and create what it is that we want to in our lives. We do. The world would have us sometimes to believe because there's so much negative out there that we don't. But Joanne, I know you can attest to this as well as me that we do have the power to do that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We are very powerful women, and we need to learn how to use that power because we are powerful. And when I speak of power, I'm sure you're speaking the same way. It's not political power. It's literally empowerment power. It's where we get to step into what it is we really want and we want to create. And of course, by working with you, women will be able to develop that self-esteem and the confidence so they can use their magic wand. Because it does take confidence. You have to know how to hold that magic wand, and you have to have the confidence to use. So definitely working with you, they'll be able to do that. So thank you for sharing that awesome tip with our viewers. And as mentioned, I would like to give you an inspirational reading.
Ooh.
Yes. And how it works 2 ways. You can either ask a question that you would like some guidance on, or you can have the universe provide you guidance. So which way would you like to go about it?
I think I want the universe to provide me some guidance.
Okay. I think I'm going to stop I think I'm going to stop after today offering that option. Only because I would really love people to ask specific questions to see what the universe gives them. But we're going to go with your way today. But I think as of next week's show, I'm no longer asking that question.
Okay.
It's all good though. So how this works, so the viewers can understand, is obviously I'm now connecting with Kimberly's energy. As I'm connecting with everyone's energy, even though this reading is going to be for Kimberly, it's a collective. Anyone who is watching, viewing, whether you're here with us now or on the replay, this energy can also apply to you as well. So let's see what the universe has in store for Kimberly, what she needs to hear, what chakra she might need to focus on, what affirmation and what number has a hidden message for you.
Ooh,
So
okay.
a card. Ah, Kimberly, you are going to love this card. And you're going to love it even more so because usually the cards have two ways they can show up. One way they show up, which is upright. The other way they show up is upside down. Now, when a card shows in reverse, it usually means there's a little resistance behind it, but it's a very powerful message to be heard. When
Mm-hmm.
the card shows upright, obviously the message needs to be heard, but there's no resistance behind it. And for you, my darling, the card that's showing up is success. No resistance behind it. No resistance behind it. So you are definitely owning your success. You are definitely stepping into that platform of success. Now, interesting enough, my background is really bright yellow, and so is the card. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to put it in front of me. Yes.
I can
Now,
see it.
the yellow represents the solar plexus. And what the solar plexus is, and I'm sure Kimberly knows this, but for the viewers, we're entertaining them. It's all about the gut intuition. It's all about the abundance, feeling safe, and feeling secure. Now, on the flip side to that, if in fact the solar plexus is blocked, energetically blocked, spiritually blocked, mentally blocked, or physically blocked, it creates a negative impact, which then means we feel worried, we feel doubtful, we feel insecure, we feel a lack of abundance, and we feel as though we cannot approach success.
I love it.
Yes. So, of course, for Kimberly's situation, her chakra is definitely blossoming and flowing because she's stepping into success. Now, what I'm hearing, because I always get guidance when I do card readings, I'm hearing one of the viewers are asking themselves, well, what do we do when we have a blocked chakra so we can get the energy to flow? And in order to release any blockages, the best way one can do is A, sit in meditation and ask oneself, where is this blockage coming from? Is it mine in reference to is this my own self-doubt? And if it's self-doubt, of course, they can work with you in reference to raising their confidence and also raising their self-esteem so they won't have the self-doubt. Now, if it's something they picked up hereditarily or from a family member or just from hearing different things, then it's a matter of clearing that energy, not necessarily giving it back to whoever they picked it up from, because we don't want to do that. But we definitely want to bring it down, recycle into the earth with love and love and peace with that energy, so it gets recycled. And by doing that, then we replace that energy with something positive, which would be whatever it is, the opposite of whatever they were stuck with. So if someone is walking around where they're feeling as though they are not feeling worthy, they're not feeling abundant, they're not feeling secure, then they know their solar plexus blocks. And it's just that simple process of doing that little bit of work. And sometimes, yes, they might need someone to help them go through that process of clearing it because sometimes they can't do it on their own. So that again could either be you, me, or a combination of both for that matter.
Right.
To get into that space. But for you, Kimberly, yes, your solar plex is definitely flowing with lots of prosperity, lots of abundance. And your number that we're working with is the number 8. Now, as we said, in numerology, every number has a frequency and a vibration. And because this is a single digit, the hidden message behind the number 8 is all about abundance. Abundance, harmony, balance, and infinity. So very powerful in reference to that number 8 energy. And the vibration of the 8, when we think about in numerology, every number gets brought down to a single digit. So if we had a number like 64, that would be brought down to a 1 energy. If we had a number like 22, now that number particularly is a master number. So it does get brought down to a single digit, but the energy, we want to still maintain that energy as it being a master number. So the frequency of it is a higher message. So when we think about all numbers being brought down to a single digit, in numerology, we go from 1 to 9. So when we think about that 8 energy is carrying the frequency from 1 to 7.
Oh, wow.
In with the 8. So when just really quickly, when you think about the 1 energy, it's about a new beginning. When you think about the 2, it's about a partnership. Think about the 3 is how we communicate. The 4 is the foundation. The 5 is working on change. The 6 is how we're healing it. And then the 7 is how we sit in quiet and evaluating. And all of that energy comes into that 8 energy. And that 8 energy on its own is all about abundance, balance, harmony, and in infinity. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that. Oh, wow.
Yes. So that's a very powerful card. I mean, just the word itself is powerful, success. Mm-hmm. Now, for you, when you hear the word success, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, you said the first thing, huh? But I tell you what, so many things came to mind when you said success, but the first thing, I guess, would be abundance, really.
Yes, yes, yes. And I want to point out, because the viewers might have another thought in their mind, because success for you may not mean the same thing for somebody else. You know, where somebody else might be thinking success is all about their health. Right. That they're healthy. And especially right now where we are in this world, I mean, for many might be sitting back evaluating that they feel successful because they're healthy.
Yes.
Because without our health right now, we're all thinking such crazy things right now if we're not healthy. So, I mean, success could be very different for each and every person in this moment.
Yes. I love that.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. And just out of curiosity, because we do have a few minutes before we're going to go to a commercial break, what is your birthday number?
August 19th.
August 19th. All right. I love it. I love it, 70. Oh, I really love it. So, reason why I asked, when we think about numerology, when we take the month and the day that you're born in, and the actual current year, 2020, we find out what the personal energy is for you for this year. And this number changes every year based on the year itself. So your personal energy for this year and what your personal journey for this year is, it's an 11 energy. Now, I just got done speaking before about how certain numbers are master numbers.
Yes.
11 is a master number because it repeats itself. So your journey this year is all about a partnership, but now not just your vibration of a 2 energy, but that vibration of a 2 at a higher level. So it's really about the partnerships you are developing this year based on your higher self.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's not just a regular partnership. It's really about the partnerships you are developing. Is really about taking it to a higher level. So the people that you are interacting with professionally and also personally, these people are serving you on a higher level.
I love it.
It's not just well, this is my partner and this is my friend. It's a higher level. So people that are going to be coming into your life this particular year are coming in to serve on a higher level for you, and of course you to them.
Joanne, I'm here with you, so I'm manifesting that already.
There you go. And you're sitting in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So yes. So again, before we go to a commercial break and conclude the show for today, for the viewers that just popped in a little while ago, just share with them your information.
Yes, you can find me, Kimberly Wiggens, at inspiredwomenamazinglives.com and on Facebook at Kim Wiggens Coaching. Yes.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to bring the conclusion of today's show. We'll be right back.
What makes an inspired woman? We are brilliant, funny, compassionate, generous, fearless, supportive, bold, outstanding leaders, and super influential. That's what makes us inspired women. Come join us.
Hello, Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the owner of Holistic Fitness located in Auburndale, Queens, certified personal trainer with 30 plus years experience. I have created body and soul transformation to help with releasing weight, decrease anxiety, decrease stress, decrease physical pain, improve sleep, and help gain confidence and more. To receive a free consultation, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I look forward to working with you.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. And again, we are on Roku, so you can catch my show every day, every hour, do a marathon for that matter. And I look forward to just continuing to share. I would like to let you know that currently I am offering remote services. You can actually go and check out my website, which is www.holisticwithawfitnessny.com. All my services are there based on remote, and I do look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. I wish you to be safe and healthy, and just know that what we are in right now is not a crisis. It's an evolution, and the light is going to turn on, and I do hope that once the light turns on, you know exactly where you need to be at that time. So I'm wishing you many blessings until next week. And for that matter, come join me on Wednesday for Joanne's Cosmic Energy on radio show. I will see you then. Have yourself an awesome week. Bye-bye for now.